This 4-minute video covers material that normally you'd need weeks to fully absorb, so you may want to watch this video a few times. So our trial as humans is often from craving unity and seeking parity. That's the acronym CUSP. Now, if we're not at peace, then we don't want to unite with the divine. We want to unite with some kind of material thing. It could be an image that we believe is who we are, so we want to unite with that. Or we don't like the image and we want to get away from it, so we want to unite with a new image. It's some kind of material object that we're craving. It's maybe a status that we're craving, some kind of power or influence, or having people think of us a certain way. That's what we're focusing on, some kind of form rather than the formless. And if we're there, and you can call it lower consciousness, then our only attempt at parity is by this tug of war between the negative adaptive child and negative free child. The negative adaptive child is the part of us that wants to obey and conform. The negative free child is the one that wants to dominate or be free of obligation. And so we go back and forth like a pendulum. And if you choose an action, like say going to work, from the negative adaptive child's desire to conform and the fear of what would happen if you didn't conform, then the pendulum has to swing at night when you get home, on weekends or on vacation, to the negative free child, and then it takes over. So then you indulge in freedom of any kind. It could be accelerated activities that are liberating or feel free, or it could be just relaxing on the sofa. And this does work, and it's what most people use, but it's not ideal. So an ideal system, in my opinion at least, is from the ideal parental figure. And so what you want to do then is anytime there's an action that is advocated by the negative adaptive child and negative free child, one or the other, you want to entertain the other idea and say, I can be happy even if I didn't do that. So it has to do with neuro-linguistic programming, which I call spiritual linguistic programming. I go into this a lot more in the book. This video is just going to give you very basic groundwork of these 4 stages, which Jung talked a lot about, 4 stages. And that plays out a lot of different ways. It plays out in the 4 seasons. And then those 4 patterns then go 3 times to create the hexagrams in the I Ching. You map those 4 seasons or those 4 energies to what you need the most. When you're starting a new activity, you need to be your own cheerleader, right? You need some kind of encouragement because it's something that's new, whatever it could be. And in childhood, if you don't get that, then you're going to, in your adult life, maybe need a little more work in order to find how to be your own cheerleader, how to not choose the negative adaptive child or negative free child to motivate actions, because that's what most people do, and that's what children do. But if you have that inner parental figure, then you don't need to do that. You can come from a different place, which is not based in fear and desire, but is based on just wanting to embody and express the highest good, beautiful, and true. So the second phase is the summer, and that's the trial that we go through. That's when you're really enduring. It could be the workday, it could be a lifetime, it could be whatever you're coming up against when the negative adaptive child, negative free child are fighting with each other. The third phase you'll see in the video is the judgment, and that's where you may switch over from the negative adaptive child to negative free child. There may be a fear of the negative controlling parent, the superego. But best what to do in that phase is to do what I call in the book AONA, A-O-N-A, which is acceptance of non-acceptance. If you can accept your non-acceptance, obviously you want to have acceptance, but if you can accept your non-acceptance, then you're on your way. Bardo, and that is associated with winter. It's receptivity, darkness. It's maybe space between lifetimes, if you believe in that. It's basically a gap, and we need the emptiness in the house or in the mind or in a lifetime in order to regenerate. And I can get deep into this, but I want to keep this light and quick. And there's some acronyms that I'm not going to define now, but they're in the book. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.